Hello everyone. This is Vanya, my oldest son. He's 10. Bebe means hello everyone from Vanya. I swear he was sleeping like for last 24 hours. When I hit record, he's like, "I'm gonna help you, Dad. Thank you." But anyways, if you're not familiar with us, with our family, with me, we just recently came to Canada from Ukraine 6 months ago. We came with all our family, 4 kids and a dog. And this is my oldest son who has, unfortunately, has a huge, severe disability due to epilepsy. For the last 24 hours, he was sleeping because he has a cast on his leg, because he broke his leg. Somehow he broke his leg. 3:40 a.m. We just heard loud screaming. We took him back to our bedroom because his bedroom is on the second floor, and he wasn't sleeping till the morning. And then we got to emergency. We thought his knee was displaced, but they did MRI or some scan. And it turns out he broke his leg. I don't know how he did that. Probably he stuck his leg somewhere in between his bed and a wall and then cracked it somehow. But like doctor said, probably it's just due to the fact that he takes really toxic meds to treat his epilepsy, which makes his bones really not strong enough. So we're gonna be addressing that also somehow. But anyways, he did broke his leg and he has a cast right now. And I shot this video just to share with you really quickly our first serious experience with healthcare. To make this story short, it is awesome. We are really glad that we are here in Canada because obviously it is awesome. It is good and high quality healthcare with a really modern equipment, with the staff we felt like they care a lot. They want to help. They want to explain everything. They want to make sure you're fine. You're not stressing out. Everything was great. And it is free. It is free, which is really awesome. The only downside to this is that to get to the clinic, have that scan, MRI or whatever, to make this cast, and then have another scan, and then some paperwork. It took my wife 11 hours. 11 hours she was in emergency. To compare it with our Ukrainian experience, if the same thing happened in Ukraine, we would get to a clinic, have the same MRI, then cast, then MRI again, then paperwork. We would be leaving a clinic in 1 hour. It's not a joke. In 1 hour, they would do all of that. They would be probably the same nice doctors and nice clinic, because that would be private clinic. And we've been using private clinics for the last few years because I had insurance from my employer. I have to say that insurance is not that common in Ukraine. Even in huge cities like Kyiv, where I came from, not everyone has insurance. If you have insurance like I did, we would be paying $20, which is 10% from the whole price of that visit to the doctor. So we're talking probably between $100 and $200, probably something like that. None of our kids broke their legs or anything before. We never had cast in our family, so that is a first experience for us. Probably it would be $100 to $150 or $200, where we would be paying 10% out of it due to my insurance. And that's what I want to say in this video. We feel like if it comes to something not really scary and something small in medical terms, like you broke your hand or finger, or you have a fever or whatever, small and common disease, then probably it would be better to pay $100 or $200 and have it done like really quickly and professionally. We had really high level healthcare in Kiev, but it was private and it was on paid basis. But here everything is free, but it takes really, really long time. I probably told you in my TikToks that I had my first experience with healthcare in Canada when I was diagnosed with vertigo, where I have a really bad dizziness. And just to get to a doctor's office and meet the doctor who would say, you know, go to YouTube, Google vertigo treatment exercise, and you'll be fine. I spent like 5 hours in emergency to hear that, which was like crazy to me. I mean, doctor is nice, the clinic is nice, we're not in a big city, so even what I mean to say is that even in not the biggest cities, you have really nice clinics and so on, which is not happening in Ukraine. If you're outside of the huge city, probably your healthcare would be really bad. There's no like good clinics out there. From one side, I would say like it's really awesome that everything is free here in terms of healthcare, but it takes a crazy amount of time, just crazy amount of time. 11 hours with this gentleman. It was awful, I would say. Not to be, you know, ungrateful, unthankful immigrant here, but it is what it is. But with that said, I would say like when it comes to something serious and something scary, like, you know, like diabetes or cancer or even like any sort of disability, having a free health care is just unheard of, as I think. I didn't like research on how many countries in the world have that kind of serious medical problems treated for free. I mean, it is really cool. It makes you think that it's better to be all free and having these troubles and inconveniences when it comes to like small problems, but to be sure that if there's, God forbid, you would need something like treatment for something serious, it would not cost you a fortune. You would not be, you know, in debt for the rest of your life. I'm pretty sure you've seen those TikToks from US citizens when they like gave birth to a child and then they go through the paperwork and they say like $50,000, $70,000, and of course insurance is covering some part of it, but it's all just sounds ridiculous. And here it's all free and it's just amazing. But again, I would love to have alternative where I can pay and get the service fast. I don't know if it makes sense to you, but I try to explain. Overall, we are really grateful. It is just, we feel really lucky that it happened here in Canada, not in Ukraine, where right now most of my friends who are in Ukraine, they sit home with no hydro like 10 hours a day. 10 hours a day, you don't have a hydro. You have it only like few hours a day. Most of the times there's no heating and it's already a bit cold in Kiev. All of that would be a disaster if it happened back home in Ukraine. And we are here, we're safe, and it's all went pretty smooth. If you don't consider like 11 hours is pretty crazy. Hope you found out something new in this video and you can share it and press like. Thank you.